The Patriots retired Tom Brady's number 12 jersey yesterday, rightfully so. He gave an epic speech. You were sharing this out earlier. I think
let's play a clip of this. This is so true. We talk about the importance of sports and team sports and how it translates to life. I thought Tom Brady absolutely knocked this out of the park. It's a 2-minute clip. Just listen. I feel like this should be played in schools all across the United States. Let's roll it.
I would encourage everyone to play football for the simple reason that it is hard.
Yep.
It's hard when you're young to wake up in the off season at 6 a.m. to go train and work out, knowing that all your friends are sleeping in and eating pancakes. It's hard when you're on your way to practice, weighed down with all your gear, and it's 90 degrees out and all the other kids are at the pool or at the beach, and your body is already completely exhausted from workouts in 2-a-days. It's hard to throw, catch, block, and tackle, and hit kids when they're way bigger and way more developed than you, only to go home that night bruised and battered and strained, but knowing you have to show up again the next day for just the chance to try again. But understand this, life is hard. No matter who you are, there are bumps and hits and bruises along the way. And my advice is to prepare yourself, because football lessons teach us that success and achievement come from overcoming adversity, and that team accomplishment far exceeds anyone's individual goals. To be successful at anything, the truth is you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. No shortcuts. If you look at all my teammates here tonight, it would be impossible to find better examples of men who embody that work ethic, integrity, purpose, determination, and discipline that it takes to be a champion in life.
Man.
I don't think you can put it any better than that. And I think this is for sports in general, right? And you know, it's something, David, where I think, you know, nowadays, everybody tries to make it so easy on everybody, and you want some things to be easy, right? There's, you know, I don't want to be chased by cheetahs on the way to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that. But football and sports in general taught me so much from a standpoint of, and I'll never forget, my father told me, was talking to me one day, and he was like, you know, Coach Dye, when I was at Auburn, said something to us that always stuck with me. He's like, you know, I don't wake you up in the morning and run you and roll you and do 3-a-days and 4-a-days and inside drill and do all these meetings over and over and over again. I don't do that just to win football games. That is a symptom of what happens when you do that.
Yes.
I do that when one day you're a father and you're a husband and you got a wife and an electric bill and a car payment and all this stuff, and that alarm clock rings at 6 a.m, you get your ass up and go to work, because that's what you know and that's what you've done. Adversity we can't just think of adversity as this awful thing nobody should ever face. It can mold you, right? It can absolutely mold you. And the times where it's the toughest for me, the times when I was struggling, right? Before I met my wife, before I did the sports media thing, when I was trying to make it in the coaching world, when I was sleeping in my car at South Alabama, out in the front, when I was having to be the special teams coordinator without getting paid like the special teams coordinator, or even getting the recognition, I would go back to those times. And the crazy part is, the difference on 4th and 1 is not just how good of the players you have.
Yeah.
It is those times and those things. And that's how you line up and go kick somebody's ass on 4th and 1, because you went through that together.
Yeah, man. I mean, the most difficult situations in my life were on a football field, right? Yeah. And no one was going to keep me from playing. Like, no one was going to keep me from playing. And I agree with you that it's not just football. I mean, you could substitute, you know, sports in general for what he was saying, but there is something extra about the sports where there are physical consequences to your mistake, or really even more importantly, physical consequences for you for your teammates' mistakes, because you still have to live with those guys. Those are still your brothers. You got to learn how to forgive and forget and grow from those situations. But and the thesis of that right there, which is so great, is to prepare yourself for a difficult road, not try and prepare the road for yourself or for your kids. I think that's one of the main problems we're having in life these days. And that's my language. Why can't we get that kind of language and that kind of speech from the people who are running our country?
Well, I feel like if we had more of that, we would get such a better outcome than what we've had. And it's sad that I feel like that should be must view for kids nowadays because it's the truth. YouTube, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. Listen, number one, we appreciate you because deep down we know without you, there's no us. So make sure if you haven't subscribed yet, you haven't hit that like button, you haven't told everybody in your family and everybody you know about the show, then do that. America would thank you.